Sino ba talaga ang tama? Nag-aaway ba kayo ng partner mo tuwing pinag-uusapan ng marketing budget? Siya, gusto niyang gumastos pero ikaw takot na masayang lang ang pera. O baka naman baliktad. Ikaw yung gustong mag-invest, siya naman yung ayaw dahil mahal at hindi naman sigurado. Tapos, ang ending, walang napagdesisyonan. Umiikot lang kayo sa paulit-ulit na arguments. Kaya anak, after 40 years in business, I can tell you, one of the biggest causes of conflict among partners is this. Pareho kasi kayong tama sa sarili ninyong perspective. Pero kung walang tunay na data, without clear numbers, you are both just guessing. And here is the part that breaks me. While you are stuck arguing whether marketing is an investment or just an expense, your competitors, hindi sila naghihintay. They are quietly winning the customers that you should have had. You see, hindi sila nagtatalo. They are measuring. They are deciding based on numbers, not emotions. Kaya, some business fights, they look different on the surface, but they all share one problem, which is not knowing how to resolve them. So eto, meron tayong 5 lessons na pwede nating matutunan. Number 1, walang basehan, puro takot lang. Are you saying no to marketing because of fear and not data? If this sounds familiar, you might relate with this couple na si Ian at saka si Tin. Meron silang school and office supply store sa kanilang city. Now, things are doing okay. Pero meron silang mga regular customers at meron din silang mga decent monthly sales. Kaya okay na okay. Si Ian ngayon, gusto niyang itry yung Facebook ads dahil nakita niya yung kanilang competitors nagpo-post din ng ads. Nakakakuha ng engagements at siguro nakakakuha rin ng bagong customers. Kaya sabi niya, love, we should spend 10,000 a month on ads. Kasi ibang mga tindahan yun din ang ginagawa eh. Pero si Tin, sabi niya, no, sayang ang 10,000. Hindi nga natin alam kung magwo-work ba yun. What if walang bumili? What if malugi lang tayo? So, Ian tried to explain na kailangan nila ng bagong customers, na ang sales nila ay flat. Pero si Tin got defensive. Sabi niya, flat, pero kumikita naman tayo, di ba? So, why risk it? Sabi ni Tin. So, pinag-awayan nila to for the next many weeks. Every time Ian brought it up, Tin would shut it down. Hindi dahil she really knew better based on data, but she was just afraid. She was just scared. Alam mo ba ang nangyari, anak? Yung kanilang competitor, which is just another supply store 2 streets away, started running Facebook ads. Kaya within 6 months, yung competitor nila, nadoble yung foot traffic. Students started going there instead. And as for Ian and Tin, they watched their sales dahan-dahan na bumabagsak. And Tin finally admitted, sana pala, sinubukan natin. Sayang, di ba? Anak, the lesson is this. Fear without data is just guessing. If you're saying no to marketing because you are scared, not because the numbers don't make sense, you are making decisions based on emotion. Hindi yan ang pagtakpa-patakbo ng ating negosyo. So start looking in those numbers. Number 2, gusto lang gastusin. Walang plano. Are you spending on marketing without knowing what success looks like? Maybe you can relate. May couple na ganito ang pinagdaanan. Tawagin natin silang Vince at Angie. They are running a modular cabinet and kitchen setup business. At sila yung first na nagkaroon ng ganung negosyo dun sa area nila. And so, they do custom work. Tapos, okay na okay yung kanilang reputation. Si Vince loved spending on marketing and so he decided to hire a social media manager. Nagbayad siya sa mga boosted posts he spent on Google Ads. Total, 20,000 pesos a month. Si Angie naman kept asking, talaga bang nagkakaroon tayo ng customers from this? Is it really working? And Vince would say, yes. People are liking our posts. Ang page natin nag-grow. Pero si Angie noticed something. Yung inquiries naman nila hindi naman nadadagdagan. Yung kanilang closed deals hindi din nag-grow. Yung 20,000 nila felt like it was disappearing into thin air. Hindi sulit, sabi niya. Sabi niya, one day, Vince, I think we are wasting money. And nung narinig to ni Vince, he got defensive. Sabi niya, hindi mo naintindihan kasi ang marketing. Ganito kasi yan. You have to spend to grow, sabi ni Vince. But because they were not on the same page, yun, nag-away-away sila. And Vince felt like Angie did not trust him. And Angie naman felt like Vince was throwing money away. So finally, after meeting with me via Zoom, they both agreed to track everything. 3 buwan, nag-measure sila. Ilan ang inquiries na nanggaling sa ads? How many turned into projects? How many revenue or how much revenue per peso spent? Yun, kinocompute yun. At ang resulta, only 2 out of 40 inquiries came from the ads. And only one of those 2 ang bumili. The rest came from referrals and word of mouth. So, they cut the ad budget in half and they invested in a referral program instead. See? Better results and less expense. Kaya yung lesson dito is, if you cannot explain what success looks like before spending, you are not investing in marketing. You are just spending and hoping. Kaya tandaan natin, no? Running a business is not based on making guesses, ha? Hindi puro guess lang. Pangatlo, iba-iba ang tingin sa halaga. Do you value marketing differently because you see money differently? Does this hit close to home? Kasi ganito rin ang kwento ni Matt at saka ni Nilda. No, meron silang cafe and it was a very nice and cozy place. No, yung coffee was amazing. And they have very many loyal morning regulars. So si Matt, gusto niyang gumastos ng 25,000 sa IG influencer marketing. He believed it would bring more younger customers and bagong crowd at higher sales. Pero si Nilda, dahil siya yung cautious one, nagalit siya. 25,000. That's 1 month of supplies. Alam mo ba? Bakit natin ibibigay sa stranger para mag-post ng picture? Itong influencer na to, meron siyang huge following. Even a tiny fraction showing interest would bring in a lot of customers. So true. Pero Nilda was still not convinced. Sabi niya, or baka pwedeng mangyari nga dyan, 0 customers, tapos nawala yung 25,000 natin. Hindi yan madaling kitain, alam mo ba? So, hindi mag-agree yung dalawa. Not because one was smarter, but because they saw the money differently. Si Matt, lumaki siya na entrepreneurial yung parents niya. Kaya para sa kanya, spending on growth felt normal. Risk, part yan ng laro. Si Nilda naman grew up in a household where every peso was saved. So to her, 25,000 was security, hindi yun risk. So they finally sat down with me and I asked them, what's your customer acquisition cost right now? Hindi nila alam. And so I told them the truth. Nako, you are both guessing. Track it first, then decide if 25,000 is expensive or cheap. And they followed my advice. They tracked their current customer acquisition cost and nalaman nila na 180 pesos pala yung per customer through word of mouth. So, kung yung influencer ay nag-bring in ng kahit na 150 customers, it would be worth it, di ba? Kaya sinubukan nila. Nag-work. Pero yung real win, naghinto na sila ng ka-fight, ka-aaway about values, and they started using numbers. Ya anak, ito yung lesson. When partners see money differently, the fight is not about marketing. It's not even about business issues. It's about values. You see, numbers make the decision neutral. Pang-apat, puro sisi, walang solusyon. Are you blaming each other instead of fixing the system? You're not the only one feeling this way. May couple na naka-experience nito. Tawagin natin silang Phil at saka si Josie. Meron silang feed supply store for farmers, poultry owners at saka small livestock raisers. Yes, yun ang kanilang market. So si Phil, hinandle niya yung operations at si Josie naman handled marketing and sales. Gumastos si Josie ng 20,000 a month on radio ads and flyers. At inis na inis si Phil. Hindi siya agree. Sabi niya, sayang ang 20,000 pesos. Ang customers naman natin ay referrals. Hindi naman sila nakikinig sa radyo. And nagalit si Josie. Sabi niya, bakit yung ating sales ay flat? We need to reach new customers. Ang sabi naman ni Phil, kaya flat dahil you are spending on the wrong channels. So, sabi ni Josie, bakit? Ano ngayon ang right channel? Hindi ka naman nagbibigay ng suggestions, puro complain ka lang. So, nag-aaway sila every month. Same argument. Si Phil blamed Josie for wasting money. Josie blamed Phil for being cheap and walang kaambi-ambisyon. So one day, a supplier told them, alam mo, most farmers now use Facebook. They join groups for livestock tips. Tapos nagtinginan si Phil at si Josie. Neither of them had thought to check where their actual customers were spending time online. Tinest nila yung Facebook ads at tinarget nila yung mga farmer groups. 8,000 a month. Within 2 months, they got 15 new wholesale clients. Way more than radio ads ever brought. Ganito kasi yon. The problem was not Phil's cheapness or Josie's spending. The problem was they were blaming each other instead of testing what actually worked. Kaya ito yung tinuturo nitong lesson na to sa atin. Blame keeps you stuck. Kaya hinto natin yung ating pagbe-blame. What we need to do is to do testing. Testing and adjusting will move us forward. Stop fighting about who is right and who is wrong. And start experimenting kung ano yung nagwo-work. Experiment. Try lang natin, no? Kaya think of what you need to do next. Panglima, ayaw makinig sa isa't isa. Are you dismissing your partner's concerns instead of investigating them? Nakaka-relate ka ba? Let me share about Theo and Vicky. Meron silang LPG retail and delivery business and they deliver to residential customers and small restaurants. And ang demand was consistent. Vicky wanted to invest 50,000 in a website, online booking system, and Google Maps presence. Sabi niya, people search online ngayon, so we need to be visible. Tama nga naman. Pero si Theo dismissed it immediately. Sabi niya, ang customers natin call us directly. We have never needed a website. Bakit pa natin kailangan mag-umpisa ngayon? So, sinubukan na naman uli ni Vicky. Sabi niya, pero what about new customers? People moving into the area, they won't know that we exist. And Theo said, we have tarpaulins. We have our phone number on the trucks. Enough na yon. So, they stopped discussing and Vicky felt ignored. Theo felt like Vicky was pushing unnecessary expenses. Tapos, yung isang bagong LPG competitor nagbukas nearby. Modern branding, website, Facebook page, online ordering. Kaya within 3 months, Theo and Vicky lost 20% of their customers. Ang sakit, no? Siyempre, nasaktan si Vicky. Sabi niya, sinabi ko na sa iyo I tried to tell you. But Theo finally agreed to invest in the website. Pero by then, they had already been losing momentum. Nawala na yung timing nila. It took them longer to recover what they lost in 3 months. Ito yung lesson. When one partner raises a concern, even if it sounds unnecessary, don't dismiss it. Investigate it together. So Vicky was not being impulsive. He was seeing a shift that Theo did not notice. And because he did not listen, well, they paid mahal ang binayaran nila for that. Kaya, instead of dismissing your partner, why not listen first with an open mind? Anak, ito yung katotohanan about marketing fights between partners. Usually, pareho naman kayong valid ang punto ninyo. One of you sees the risk of not spending, the other sees the risk of wasting money, and both risks are real. Pero hindi nyo pwedeng isettle yung away ninyo ng ganyan. Sa pagtatalo lang. You cannot win with emotions. You can only win with data. So track your customer acquisition cost. Measure your return on marketing spend. Test small before going big. And most importantly, decide together based on what the numbers say, not on what you feel. Yung relationship ninyo with your partner is too important to let marketing budget destroy it. Tandaan niyo yan. No? And your business is too valuable to let fear or impulse drive your decisions. Kaya, itong linggong to, sit down with your partner. Look at your marketing expense. At tanungin, do we know what's working? Do we know what's not? Are we guessing? Or are we measuring? And if you are just guessing, anak, it's time to start tracking. Tell me in the comments dito, sino sa inyo ang mas takot gumastos? At sino ang mas takot na hindi gumastos? Always remember, that's how we are, business-minded Pinoys.